Hey Stitchers, I decided to title this Flosstube video as The Blame Game because I'm blaming you all for making me buy things. um, it's, Project Envy is a real illness, and I think I've got it bad. I was looking at videos and I was looking at things people had and projects they were working on, and I said, I have to make this. So yeah, I might have been shopping for stuff. All I need to do now is buy the floss, of course, for them, which is crazy town money. I shall go through my projects in a few minutes and show you what I bought, or not projects, my patterns, and show you what I bought, and you guys might have some ideas then for places where I might get the floss a little bit more reasonably than I was looking at. But I suppose first of all I'll talk about progress. My progress since the last time hasn't been great. As you can see, I'm a specky four eyes, I wear glasses, and I've noticed in the last while my eyesight has been quite poor, and even with, I have reading glasses, and even with wearing those I found everything was looking very blurry. So I went back to the optician, and €700 later, so much things I could have bought with that. I've had to get new glasses, so I now have no reading glasses at all while I wait for new lenses, and then I have to get new frames and everything. So the result has been I can't see to stitch. And when you get home from work in the evening, it's dark, so, things are tough. So I've tried, but I haven't gotten very much stitching done. So I really only worked on my scissor keeper that I had showed you before. So my progress, well, it's coming along. There are some mistakes, but we won't talk about the mistakes. Sure, we won't. We'll just focus on the good stuff. So this is what I've gotten done so far. You guys all call this confetti, I think, where there's kind of loads of scatterings of single stitches. How do you deal with those? Because when I'm stitching them, I'm not just going to stitch one and then, cast off and, not cast off, that's knitting, but, cut your thread and weave it in and then start another one. So I've been kind of carrying across and trying to go in lines across, over and back like this to try and minimise my carries. But like places like this, what do you guys do when you have stitches like this that are far apart? But anyway, this is where I am. Like I said, not a whole heap, but still in all, it's starting to take shape. It goes like this, I think, when it's on the scissors. So there's your bow, and here's all my scatterings of bits, and then in here I'm going to have my white lilies and things. So it's coming along. So I'll get there. But the shopping, like I said, thank you Calico for your lovely review of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine. So there's my purchase number 1. I've subscribed to that on my iPad because you can't buy it over here. I think it's an American publication. So I've bought a subscription. So there's my first purchase, because I loved that owl. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do it because it's stitched on black. But there's another thing. I've never stitched on anything other than Ada. And I hear all this talk of 1/1 and 1/2 and even weave and Belfast linen and hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie, and this is all garble to me. So again, advice would be appreciated on what all that means, and is it difficult? Does it mean you've got tiny little squares on these fabrics that are very hard to see? And if so, how do you see? I'm scared of that kind of stuff. But I am going to need to get some fabric of some sort. Also, I see things called for like 32 count even weave. I presume that means if you have it, you can get it in Ada. So you'd be like 32 count even weave would be 16 count Ada. I don't know. Help. So, purchases. I really wanted to get the Rosewood Manor Crowns of the Kingdom, that the Lovely Array, and Stash Queen had got. I think it's a gorgeous pattern. I would love to have that hanging up. Even though I'm not a monarchist, I just think it's beautiful. It's sparkly and gold and it's crowns and princessy. But I can't find it. The only places I can find it are American websites, and the postage is more than the cost of the pattern. So I think it's a bit uneconomical. So I shall keep searching and see if I can find that somewhere else. But, so like I said, I've done Just Cross Stitch magazine already. And then I found Clouds Factory. Oh, I love their website. They're so cute. I want everything on that website. The little dinky guys, oh, I love them. I could see myself stitching them forever and a day. Oh, they're just great. I mean, the Breaking Bad, the Muppets, oh, I love them. But anyway, I've had to restrain myself. So I decided I would love the huge Harry Potter that they have, but it's like $54. But my daughter is obsessed, as all 14-year-olds are, and has been for years, about Harry Potter. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that be brilliant if you were to stitch that for her and hang it up in her room, but not yet, maybe Christmas. So in the meantime, I got the pillow sampler. Now this looks really bad because my printer is dying. It has no ink, so this was the best I could manage. I'm going to do a sneaky peek and I'm going to print them all in work tomorrow on the colour printer. So this is just the cover page to show you guys, but I'll be printing again. But isn't it so cool? Look at Harry. So cute. So that's the first one. Now when I'm going to stitch these, I don't know. I have no threads. I have nothing, but you know, we'll go shopping again later. The second one I've seen Carolyn do, I think, and she did it probably in 2014, and I think Stash Queen has done it as well, and it's the calendar. Oh, I love this. Whereas there was one particular one that I really loved. Well, October, obviously, Halloween, love Halloween. I love that one, but I think it was the unicorn one. Look at the rainbow and the unicorn. Love that, but I love this one. So I'm going to do that one, and I'll probably do that next year and do, like others have done, you know, one each month. But I don't know if I'd put the year in, because I think that kind of limits it. I think I'd leave the year out and just have it as a perpetual calendar on the wall. I love this. Then I found Heaven and Earth Designs. Now their website's not the easiest to look through, but oh, their stuff is so great, and you can search for anything and any paintings you've always loved, and oh, brilliant. So I'm just going to move this for a sec to show you. You see that painting on the wall? Love it. That's Flaming June by Frederick Leighton, and I saw that picture, oh gosh, I don't know, 17 years ago. Fell in love, had no money, was barely married, and you know yourself, when you first get married, you haven't 2 pennies to rub together. I think I might have, you know, used the mortgage money till I bought it. And what did I find on Heaven and Earth Designs? Flaming June. Love June. Had to buy it. I don't know why, because it's already hanging on my wall, but I just love her so much. I could look at her all day. So I had to buy it. Now I think it uses like 450 threads. I don't know, but love her, must make. So I bought that. That'll be someday when I win the lottery and have loads of money, and I will buy the threads and I will make her, and she will be beautiful because she dreams in gold. I love June. That's her. Then the final thing that I bought is very special, for lots of reasons. First of all, my daughter's name is Alice. Not because of the book Alice in Wonderland, because it's my mother's name, but I've always loved Alice in Wonderland, and she adores the books and the movie, and always has done. And her happiest Halloween memory ever is one of the years we were in Florida and we went to Disney World on Halloween night, and you can go in early and everybody is dressed up, and she went in dressed up as Alice in Wonderland, and she met Alice while she was there, and then Tweedledum and Tweedledee, and they kidnapped her and ran away with her, and she just adores being Alice in Wonderland. And also it's 150 years this year since the book was first published. So I thought, wouldn't it be great if we all stitched Alice in Wonderland this year at some stage, because of the anniversary, and because there are so many beautiful renditions of her in cross stitch. I mean, I think nearly every publisher has an Alice in Wonderland publication, but this one is a mini heaven and earth. Now they have a huge one too, but I said, you know, look, I'll go with the mini one just purely because I'm so new and I'll have so much to learn. I think I'm going to have to learn this parking technique in order to do it. But actually a question I have about parking, Carolyn and all the others, is do you not find yourself using tons and tons and tons of floss if you park? Like, is it wastage at the back? You know, do you end up using more than you might need? I don't know. But I can see its benefits. It'd be much easier. But this, I know it's very poor, I'm sorry, but my printer is really, really bad. There's no ink left in it. But can you see her? Look, isn't she so beautiful? It's such a classical beauty picture. Look at her hair, and she's sitting in the tree, and look at her boots and her socks. And love this picture, love it. So I'm going to stitch this, hopefully, this year, and give it to my daughter, maybe for Christmas, I'll see, and she can hang it in her room. And I think, you know, it's so dreamy. I just love it. I mean, there are other gorgeous ones too, where, you know, you've got the Cheshire Cat, my favourite character, and all the others in it. But I just thought this was so fantasy and so beautiful, and isn't it lovely? But like I said, in honour of the 150th anniversary of the publication of the book, and my beautiful daughter, who coincidentally is named Alice but loves the books, I said, I'm going to stitch this. So now I have to source the floss. The best website I found so far was Cross Stitch UK, I think, and it was €66 for the floss. 66 euros. So give me your hints and tips for cheaper places to buy your floss, and I'll see if I can find them. So like I said, it's the blame game this time. You guys have me buying all this stuff, and that's me being very restrained. You know, a year's subscription to a magazine and a Halloween one and those 4 patterns, and I could have bought and bought and bought. So I am going to try and be very restrained and not become the stasher like I have with my knitting yarn. I'm going to try and buy a pattern, buy the floss, make it. Buy another pattern, buy the floss, make it. I know, it's a lofty ambition. I'm going to fall into the pits of failure, but you know, don't you have to try? So there you go. That's it for me for this week. Hopefully next week I'll have had new glasses, and I will have loads of progress, and I will have fallen underneath a money tree or a leprechaun's pot of gold, begorra, and I will have the money to buy the floss, and I will start my Alice in Wonderland. So let me know if you think it's a good idea to join me, and let's have a little Alice Stitch Along in honour of the brilliant book by Lewis Carroll, or what's his name, something Dodgson was his real name. But let's do it, why not? 150 years of such a fantastic book. Anyway, till next time, Stitchers.